Welcome to Real Estate You with Lettiann.
Welcome back to Real Estate You, our podcast, Real Estate You with Lettiann, Season 3. And today I have Zach Baker. Zach Baker is the owner and operator of locally owned B&B Painting. They're located in Blue Springs. Welcome, Zach.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. So you and your father started B&B Painting?
Yes, we did.
When? How long ago?
We're in our second year now. So.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I was speaking to your father just before we went live and, always learning and growing, always looking for good talent. I told him we have a lot of parallels because it's the same thing in the real estate industry. I, as broker owner here at Lettiann and Associates, is always looking for talent and always looking to grow and help other people grow as well. So that was a great conversation with your father, and that's Steve Baker.
Yeah.
Steve, thanks for being here as well. So, tell me, why did you start the business?
We started the business just to be a blessing, really. So as kind of the B&B is a two part. So Baker and Baker, and to be a blessing. So we've been painting for about 5 years, Dad and I, for another guy who retired. So we've kind of just transitioned his business into our business and being a blessing. So we do, on occasion, we paint people's houses that don't have the money or the time or just kind of whatever happens there. We just like to do that. It's kind of a hand up kind of thing. So be a blessing. And then also we use that to, we do a lot of mission work. So we go to China every year to teach English. And so this company helps us to do that as well. So
that's so wonderful. Yeah. And I'm a little speechless because I literally met Zach and his father 12, 15 minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know your story.
Yeah.
So I said, Zach, don't tell me anything because I just want to learn everything right when we go live and we can share with others. That's a beautiful story.
Cool.
Do you mind me saying when were you in China last? It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, it was before pre-corona, last year, July. So,
I'm kind of just kidding, just trying to make it funny. But tell me about the blessings. So B&B would be, what was the blessing thing again?
Well, B&B, it's just
I know it's bigger.
Be a blessing.
Oh, be a blessing.
Yeah, to be a blessing. So
right. So how does, and you said helping those who with painting and of course you're exterior and interior home painters, residential and commercial.
Yes, ma'am.
That's wonderful. So be a blessing. That I'm still stuck on that because that's often, especially in these crazy times, that's kind of a lost mindset. Yeah,
well, we believe that as we're blessed with a company and with a job and with the funding and being able to support our families, that there's other families that can't do that. So we have a guy that's coming up in a couple weeks. He's a paraplegic and he needs his home painted, and he is willing to pay us full price for this paint job. But we just feel in our heart of hearts, we feel like if God's blessing us with what we've got, then we can bless this man. And we do a lot of things with Abundant Life, our church. So there's projects going all the time that they need painting projects for refugee homes and stuff like that. So we donate our time and stuff like that to help them. So, have you been involved with any veterans by chance? No, we haven't yet. We haven't tapped into that yet. But my dad is a veteran, so I know he's got a heart for that, and we do offer a discount for veterans. So yeah.
What war was your dad in?
He wasn't in war. He was stationed in London, England.
Okay.
So this was back in the early 80s. So I think I was born. He met my mother over there. She was working at the base he was stationed in. So my mother's British, and so. Yeah, he spent 4 years in the Air Force. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
My first husband, too, was a Vietnam veteran.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a little partial to veterans, of course, too. And they do a great job. And thank you to all the veterans that are watching. We appreciate you. So let's talk a little bit about painting. So as a real estate professional, I normally walk around a home before I go in to have my first part of my listing appointment. When I'm assessing the house and, not almost. Every house, if you don't have wood rot yet, you will have wood rot.
Yes, you will, yeah.
So I kind of, take my pen and poke around windows and frames and whatnot. So what's the importance of, how often should one paint the exterior? Or does that depend upon, okay, I'm talking about a wood framed house, like not stucco.
That's like a typical board and batten siding or a smart side or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably every 7 to 9 years. I mean, roughly it's about how long paint lasts, and it kind of depends on how well the siding and the trim's all put up. So we find in just about every house is people will caulk around their windows, they will caulk the bottoms of the window, the
Under
brick
the
mold.
ledge.
They'll caulk the brick molds, and so water can't release. So just about every house we go to, there's wood rot where water hasn't been able to escape and
They caulk the bottom.
They caulk the bottoms and the fronts, and
right.
there's other places too on trim boards and underneath windows. Things are caulked and water can't release.
So it's all stuck in there.
Yeah, water.
So
it has no way for the water to go.
Where do you caulk the top part of the
You
ledge,
just caulk
or?
the top, and then the bottom side
Leave
of
it.
trim boards, you leave that open. So if any water gets behind that, it's got a way to release. So
If you're taking notes,
Yeah.
I'm going to rewatch all of these episodes because there's so much to learn and know. I haven't been able to take notes. No, that's good. A good thing, because I think people tend to seal either all around
people tend to go a little caulk crazy. They end up just caulking everything, and it's just what you think. But
then they go to bed feeling good. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm not going
We're
to get any
sealed
water
up.
in,
Yeah.
but you do. The
We're
water's
water-
got to release. So yeah,
It's got to go somewhere. It finds a way.
Water's an enemy to your house. So yeah.
So a wood-based home, batten board, frame, what have you. So every 7 to 9 years, is that part of the helpfulness of preventing the wood rot, or does that have any factor in it at all?
It kind of depends on. I mean, when we go in and we put new trim up and we all caulking and the house is freshly painted, then yeah, you could get 10 years easily. I mean, that might not just be for wood rot. That just be from the heat and the sun beating down on the paint, and kind of wearing on it and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, 10 years max with some of the paints nowadays. Yeah.
What's the biggest residential job you've had thus far?
Oh,
I mean, I guess that's kind of crazy to say, because what's worse, not worse, but what's more challenging, a 2-story or a big long ranch?
Well, if we can do most of the house off of like a 6-foot ladder,
Yeah, I
or,
was going to
or a
say
16-foot ladder,
if you need me to help, get me on the ranch, because
Yeah.
I don't want to get up on the ranch.
those are easier and they're cheaper because it doesn't take near as much time.
Okay.
But we do a lot of them that are just bigger houses on the lakes. So usually lake houses, they're trimmed out all the way around, and if they're an elaborate 2 or 3 story home, I mean, it's 40-foot ladder, stuff like that. So it those are more challenging. But
So again, I'm talking with Zach Baker. Zach is co-owner with his father of B&B Painting, and they are actually based in Blue Springs, Missouri. It's a suburb of Kansas City metropolitan, locally owned business, of course. So when you talk about the lake, I'm just assuming, although one should never assume, Lake Lotawana,
Winnebago,
Lakewood, Winnebago,
yeah, exactly.
Braintree. So we have a lot of really cool lakes that they're residential subdivisions, recreational lakes as well.
Yeah.
But you can live on them, and they're great communities.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get to like paint at the lake, even though
Yeah,
it's like
I mean-
a mile from your office or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You wish you were on the lake, but yeah, it's nice.
You kind of
yeah.
can pretend like you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Get the
It's
lake
all
breeze.
all in your head. Yeah, yeah. It's nice.
So what's tell me a war story that or maybe the worst thing you've seen that you've remedied for someone that really you walked away with a feel good feeling.
I don't really have a particular one. I mean, there's been some war stories as far as just I mean, I'm not really in war stories, but as far as just people not really knowing what they're getting when they want us to paint, like cabinets or something.
Okay, so now we're back. Now we're interior. So we'll keep them in mind as well for interior painting.
Yeah. So when people have an idea of what they want for their cabinets, sometimes they do have an idea. They have a color in mind, but they don't really know the process or what's
that's
going on.
tough.
And they just don't know what happens. But the joy on their face when they see their cabinets or see their home done, like the process of a normal home's 3 to 5 days, sometimes longer on the exterior. And the process, people don't really understand that it is a process. So you see the trim isn't quite painted yet, or it's just until it all comes together, and then you see the look on people's faces when they see it all done, and there's just the joy on their face. Because when you're seeing it as it's going on, it's a process. So it's not done, and they see it in their eyes as not done, that kind of thing. So it's really cool whenever they see it when it's finished and it's completed, and how happy they are. But same with cabinets as well, because cabinets is a more of a detail-oriented kind of deal, and they get used a lot. And so the joy on people's face when they see their cabinets done, they get their kitchen back, and that kind of stuff. So
it can be tough to match if someone's like, "Can you just antique these?"
Yeah,
because it's kind of like in new homes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of, in your mind, what you think antiquing is, because you saw a picture in a magazine.
Right.
And then if
The
I'm going to go
process of
do
doing
the
it.
antiquing,
Exactly.
it's like, well, So do you normally do one cabinet door first to let it dry, show them this is exactly what it's going to look like?
Yeah, that's something we offer. So we have different sheens and different styles of things that we show the client that this is your options.
Here's one coat, what that looks like. Here's two coats.
This is an option. This is a little cheaper than this option. And, high gloss and that kind of things. Different types of paints and enamels and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we usually spray all of our cabinets, which is the best way.
Enamel? Is that
enamels, acrylic latex enamels, stuff like that. The really durable paints, but yeah, that's kind of our specialty too. We like doing cabinets. Cabinets are fun to do. They're detail oriented and they just look really, really good when they're done. So,
do you stain as well? Do you do any?
Yeah, we're getting into staining. We're getting into staining. People really aren't looking into that. Like,
right. That's my next question.
All their stain stuff is getting painted.
Is it trending that most people now are like, I don't want these stained cabinets. Yeah. What can we do?
Everyone wants them white.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be a new thing.
Are they painting kitchen islands different colors?
We have done that too. Yeah. It looks really good, like navy blues.
That's kind of trending.
Yeah, it looks really good.
And maybe the hood over the
vent hood.
The vent hood, maybe the same color.
Yeah.
It's fun to change it up.
Yeah, it is cool. Be a little crazy with it. Yeah.
It's fun. And isn't it really fun when the homeowner is like, well, what do you think? I kind of want to be a little bit outside of the box.
Yeah, I tell them go right ahead and be right outside of the box.
Right, because everything all white, they're going to go, ooh, this is all, it's like kind of like this room, which is cool, but Zach and I are in it, which really makes it cool stuff, and we really brighten it up. But like an all white kitchen can be really stark.
It can be dull, yeah.
Right, kind of dull.
Yeah, so that's another thing that we offer too, is just to kind of help with the color. So some people don't really know. They want a white, but we can come in and we can I don't know, just talk to them about it and kind of figure out a color and kind of what goes with their cabinet or their backsplash or their countertops and their floors and that kind of stuff too. So we can consult, which is fun.
I like love that.
Yeah, I like doing that. So
yeah, I can tell you have a servant's heart and you love getting what the customer wants and then you love seeing the end result.
Yeah.
So let's go back outside. Tell those who are watching, why is it so important to keep your house painted?
Well, mainly just from the sun, the UV rays and stuff like that, but it keeps it protected. It keeps it, it's mildew resistant and it's a lot of it's moisture resistant. They have a new paint out now that actually is it's called Emerald Rain. It's a Sherwin-Williams paint and you literally rinse it off with a garden hose and it looks like it was just freshly painted. It's got like that wet look. Yeah.
Do they come in different colors?
Oh yeah, any color you want.
So Emerald Rain, but it comes in various colors.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking that up tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
My husband will love me. Honey, Zach and Steve are coming over.
Yeah.
Why? Emerald Rain.
Yeah, it's really cool. We haven't used it yet, so we haven't found a customer that is willing to pay the price for that paint yet. But
oh wait, what?
But it's not cheap. But,
yeah, that's okay. Nothing good is cheap or comes easy.
No, but it is important. It is important to keep your house painted, and not only does it look good, but it does help it. It does keep it protected. So
good. It's good to know because it's not only aesthetically, and people, you can kind of tell. You can see a little bit of peeling.
Yeah.
And then dang, we need a power wash, and then ultimately you probably need to paint.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a typical return on investment for your work?
I think the last time I checked for exterior, I think it's about 40%, somewhere around in there. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good return.
That's kind of a personal question, but Andy flagged me to ask that. So, I know to me it seems like.
I really meant, how does the paint job affect the value of
what he meant was, so none of my business what you make or what you do, Zach.
No, not the return on my investment. The return on your investment.
That's right.
If you hired me
that as appropriately. If I were the homeowner,
yes,
and we're going to sell at the end of summer, my return on investment for a clean, not emerald blue, but what's it called?
Emerald Rain.
Emerald Rain.
Yeah.
I can't wait to look that up.
Yeah.
But you're saying the return on investment for a homeowner is 40%.
Yeah, I think.
Of course, I knew that when he said that.
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way he's letting us know."
Yeah.
Because he's.
No, I'd be.
I mean, it's wicked important.
Yeah, it is.
Curb appeal alone.
Yeah.
And your neighbors.
Yes. Yeah, you got to keep up with the Joneses.
Well, it's not to keep up with the Joneses. Yeah. I'm me personally, I'm not a fan of that, but I wouldn't want to be starting to look a little bit in dire straits.
Yeah, you don't want to be that house on the block.
I don't want to be that house on the block, and nor why would I want to be? We pride in home ownership, right? But then your story of sometimes people need help.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
I almost teared up when you told me your story, because I didn't know that about kind of the basis of a lot of what you and your father do. But so I often wonder, maybe they can't afford that.
Yeah.
And maybe they're saving up for that. So we just have to take a step back and not brutalize and just wait patiently.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that we take a lot of pride in too, is being fair with our pricing. I know there's a market for painters, and if you go below and above, it kind of hurts, businesses. So we try and stay as average and as fair as possibly as possible as we can, and we can negotiate. So there are some people that the price is just a little too high, but we can negotiate that. We offer discounts on paint, so first 5 gallons free if you're doing an exterior or something like that. But yeah.
So you paint to perfection, yet you are very fair in your pricing.
Yeah, we try to be,
I love it. That could be your new tagline.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So Zach, we have just about 3 minutes left, I'm being told.
Okay.
What's this may be a redundant question. I was going to say, what's the most rewarding thing? One, you're working with your father. That may be one of them. But why do you love what you do?
As what I'm learning every day is that having this business and working with my dad is amazing. My sister as well works with us, but we're also providing for multiple families. So as we grow and we hire more people, we'll be providing for more families. So it's kind of cool that it's not for naught. We are painting people's homes, but there are also other people that paint. But we're supporting families, so that's what I really like about it. And this is exactly where God has led Dad and I to do this. So I can't be doing anything else. So,
Zach, I'm blessed to have met you and your father today.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how it worked out. And but the universe has a plan.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and it's been such
Thank
a
you.
pleasure
Nice to meet you.
This is only the beginning.
Yeah.
You're now on our vendor list. And I'm now introduced to you and your father. Yeah. And if you're interested in speaking with Zach or his father, B&B Painting, located in Blue Springs, Missouri, which is just a suburb of the Kansas City metropolitan area, and you do paint on both sides of the state line.
Oh yeah,
Great. So contact Zach at this information. His website or his phone number will be posted below. I'm looking at the wrong camera. And check out B&B Painting. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We appreciate you watching our podcast, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.